Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Friday episode. I guess it's an episode session where I'm going back on to complete the donations and free readings. I did not get to any of those in the first morning session. You'll see there's no chat because I'm not taking any new requests for this session, but I'll be back in about 3.5 hours for my evening session at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to come back then, I'll be happy to take questions. I'm also on Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then on Friday and Saturday evenings at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So you can join me then. After I'm done, I will post a comment listing the order in which all the readings were completed so that you can find your reading much more easily. So that is the skinny on it. So let us take a look here. Okay, we are live, it says, so we are good to go. So I'll keep track of the list as we go along. So up first, we have 2 donations from Nova. So thank you, Supernova. We'll get those 2 together, and then we'll continue. So we'll jump in here. So thank you for your dual donations. This one is your on-set director's chair sticker, which was your question number 4. And you wanted to know, what does Kurt's spirit want to share about creativity and self-expression? So let's take a look here. I don't really have any tarot. Any other oracle. I know he likes to speak through oracle, but we do have empowering questions. So I feel like he wants me to pull an empowering question and then also a clarity. These are the clarity deck from Girls Gone Happy. So it's a great card here. All right. We have those 2. What's a topic card and that one? All right. So your question is, I like it. What is my life like when it is in balance? So that is a great question. So creativity and self-expression, when you're balanced, is beautiful and amazing because you're not in fear mode, right? When you're balanced, you can connect to that creativity. You can connect to things at a very high level there. We have the topic card is money, which is also about self-worth and how we see oneself. The heart chakra is really coming through with the greens in these 2 cards. And the question is openness. In what areas of your life are you being passive? In contrast, where are you being receptive? And what's the difference between the 2 for you? So you've got this openness card. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Come on, come on. There it is. So, what area are you being passive that you could be active in and you can take action in? And what areas are you open and receptive to that you're currently allowing yourself? And how does that feel different between the 2 things for you? Let's see what else they have here for you. So creativity, of course, and self-expression. Creativity is, connecting and open, allowing your mind and your heart to be open, because creation is not duplication. Creation is this, different kind of energy. It's bringing something new to life, not taking something and copying it or duplicating it, right? It's creation, and creativity comes from our connection to the higher realms. Self-expression is capital S self-expression, which has to do with creating and expressing the true, authentic you with the world. Again, not duplicating, but one is coming from creation and you're creating this little thing. Self-expression is when you take that creativity and then you're able to show it to the world. You're not keeping it just inside you. So I like that. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. So you've got here, let's see here. See what these other ones are here too. Yeah. Yeah. So you definitely have this change energy. You've got on the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Pentacles, and then also the Five of Wands came out, which this energy is all about transformation, changing from feelings of lowness, of lower vibration, feelings of lack and not having enough, abandonment, and transforming it into something more loving, moving from lower fear vibration to higher vibration, knowing that it's not humans that bring you what you need in each moment, but it's this change of mindset. It's the change of empowerment that comes with all of this. And you have the Knight of Swords coming in, which is the pursuit of seeing things from a higher perspective that cut away those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been limiting and restricting in the past, too. So, there's with creativity and self expression, children are so creative and so expressive before they are conditioned, right? With no, yes, bad, good, reward, punishment. They're just so creative and the little games they play, the things they draw, you're just like, wow. And then adults get involved and screw it up for children, right? As it was screwed up for them, as it was screwed up for them, because all of the pressure and the judgment out of fear, we stop creating, we stop self-expressing ourselves, and we start trying to express ourselves by those old rules. So you've got the Sun card and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups can be different things, but this is like childhood, because the Sun card, Leo energy, is the child, inner child. You can see them down there in the pouch. Look at kangaroo, and the Six of Cups can represent childhood too. So, they're showing the child how we can connect to our inner child, allowing it to create and play with this freedom, with this is the light gets bright, come out into the sun. The sun just came out behind the clouds, reflecting off this giant white wall of the house next to us. And that's what it is. It's like, yeah, it's like you allow it to come out, to express itself, to shine bright without restriction. And there's also, about looking into the childhood things that can be transformed. There's this energy a little bit involved here too with past lives. And, we have such a barrel of creativity that we can tap into in our subconscious from past lives and other lives that we've lived, that our higher self can connect to all the lives that we've lived in this dimension and others, and multiple lifetimes in the past and in the future, because life is like all our lifetimes are circle. It's not a timeline. So we can jump and connect with future lives, with past lives. It's just more of how events unfolded, not so much time. Everything is unfolding at the same time. It's hard to comprehend it in our human brain, but everything's happening all at the same time because there's no space or time. We're outside of that on the other side. So you have this great amount of creativity that you can pull from is really what the important thing is on that. All right. So that's what they have for that one for you, Nova. So many blessings. And then we have the popcorn sticker with your question number 5. And you want to know, what does spirit guides, what do they want to bring to your awareness, something to be mindful about? Just whatever is helpful. All right. Let's take a look here. I feel like I got these guardian angel cards. So I feel like we want to pull from here. And then pull from the tarot here. All right. And these are in the, oh my gosh, these are in the form of a heart. And let's see if I can get it to focus here. Look at how beautiful that is. And so get it to focus. Come on, creativity. You can't make it up. We, your angelic messengers, are here to help you unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. Let go of fear and apprehension and express the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow the inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. And you saw that. So there you go. I love how clear spirit speaks. So exactly what we just talked about from Kurt coming through in this creativity, and they want to reinforce that and show you that Brett Design ain't making stuff up. I mean, you saw it. You could see it all, right? So there you go. You have it for the video. All right. Boom. So, and then let's see what else. Just love it. Just love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. All right. So, there we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Something about the thumb war is what they do. They do 1, 2, 3, 4, bubba bubba thumb war. So, child, there's the childlikeness. Allow yourself, to do that here. Yeah. And again, so you've got the King of Wands, which is about your higher self. It's the highest expression of spiritual energy. You've got the Six of Cups, again, child self coming in here. You have the Two of Wands. Whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. And there's no wrong or right, but they're definitely, when we focus on being so serious, then that's what happens, right? We get more serious. But when we're allowing ourselves to play and enjoy and have our natural uh, character or our natural part of us is joy. That's our natural state, is joy. We're joy beings made of joy and unconditional love. And so, that Two of Wands reminds us that whatever we focus our energy on is what does grow and expand. So if I get into feeling down, and I focus on feeling down, I feel more down. Then I focus on feeling more down, I get even more down. But when we're ready, again, no right or wrong, but when I'm ready, I can choose joy. And then I get more joy, and I feel more joy, and I feel more joy. Right? They have the Tower, nothing lasts forever. And that somehow allows us some relief knowing that this life ends one day. I know it sounds kind of dark, but knowing that, we purposely chose not to have eternal lives in these, human bodies, um, because it'd be too painful to have that for forever, right? So it's like it's a set amount of time. So just know you can get through this. You can choose your joy. You can choose all of your experiences. You came down here on purpose for a purpose, and you're experiencing it. So enjoy the journey. But I love that creativity. Boom, booyah. All right. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your multiple donations today. All right. And then Lady A, you are up. Thank you for your patience, for everyone, and getting to your readings as well. I didn't think I said that later. Donations are how I do live and eat. And so I'm so grateful for those and for all you guys' patience in getting to the readings. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So Lady A, thank you for your earlier donation. And for this one, and you wanted a general reading around love. All right. So what do we got coming in here? I want that one. I do want. There's a hidden one there. All right. So let's see what we have unfolding here. You got the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and that energy is about the struggle. Look how pouty they look. I'm not happy. But it's because with love, specifically because we're talking about love, there is this energy of battling um, the head and the heart. The heart wants love, and the mind's like, "Boo, boo," and has I'm on a leash going, no, no, no. And so there's the struggle. It's like an untrained dog who keeps on pulling on and choking on the leash. If you've ever had that, it's because they're so passionate. But the mind is like, we're gonna get hurt if we do that. Come back here. And so the mindsets about the shoulds and supposed tos and must be's around love are keeping the heart, held back with all this here. Um, and real quick too, if you haven't checked out the solstice readings, there's a playlist for that for each individual zodiac sign, which covers single and looking, in a relationship, or married, and then the happy hermits. And so there's a 3-month forecast from June 20th through September 20th too, for more information on relationships. Boom, boom. Okay. So let's take a look here what the struggle is going on here. Yeah, you got the Knight of Cups. The search for love continues, the quest for love. So, we're all on a quest for love, and we go and look into the outside world for this love that we think is going to, make us feel full and complete and, you know, satisfy our heart. But, that whole quest, we go out there, eventually we turn inward and upward to find that chalice, and then that transforms everything in the outside world. So the love that we're looking for starts with our self-love, but here's the 2 of cups. So love is on its way. It is in the cards for you, but they are telling you here that the self-love is the first place, because we can't give love to someone else that we don't have for ourselves, or only to the extent that we have for ourselves. So the greatest gift we can give to ourselves and others is to increase our self-love, because if my pipeline to the outside world is like that, it's like drip, eh, only so much love can come in, only so much love can come out. The more we expand that, that also expands our ability to give and receive love to the humans. And so it's a win-win. It's a win-win, win-win, right? So I like that for you. Yeah, we have the strength card. So here is your relationship with your higher self. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Come on. Because the lion is the human, and the lamb with the little infinity symbol above its head is your higher self. So there is this important relationship. Our little human hungers for unconditional love, but all it finds in the outside world is conditional love. So it gets hangry, it's hungry, angry. But our higher self is made of unconditional love, and that's what is able to come down and complete us, complete our human side. And then we feel, oh, like we're full and overflowing. And then when everyone gives us love from the outside, we feel it's like above and beyond extra, instead of falling short and lacking, right? So the hidden thing, yeah, is the 2 of Wands. Whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And what was that card was under was the 6 of Swords, which is about a movement, a change of belief and mindset. So, when we realize that when I focus on, like, I'm missing love, then I'm telling the universe, you know what I love? They're like, what? I enjoy missing love. Not having it, I enjoy missing it. And they're like, "All right, we'll have you miss it some more. Thank you." We're like, "No, that's not what I want." Or if I'm focusing on wanting love, you know what I really want? What? I want love. And they're like, "What? You like wanting love, but not getting it, right? Okay, we'll push it further away so you're wanting it longer." And it's like, no. So the change of energy and the change of mindset for those coming together is one, we find our true love from up above. And then we start thanking the universe, gratitude for the love that they're bringing. And we can trust the universe. We can say, I am so grateful that I can trust that you're bringing the perfect person for a relationship in the perfect way, in the perfect timing for me. And I trust you. And we can just keep on having gratitude. The universe is like, all right, we'll bring that to you. And the more we raise our love vibration by getting rid of those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos, all those things rooted in fear of rejection, fear of failure regarding love, the more we remove those and transform emotions that don't serve us, those lower vibrational thoughts and beliefs and emotions, those weigh us down, they slow things down. Higher vibration speeds things up. So it's an important thing to know in coming in here. Yeah. Excuse me. And you have the Seven of Swords, which is becoming aware of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So if you felt betrayed and cheated and lied to and thieved things out of your life, it's because we've got thoughts and beliefs and fears inside of us around being betrayed and cheated on and all of that. And when we have those, they get reflected in the outside world. And when we focus on those, we draw them into us so that we can see it and release ourselves from it. So I like this journey that you're on. It's definitely this clearing away in preparation for a relationship that could come in sooner, depending on how much we get rid of these limiting thoughts and beliefs and these emotions that don't serve us anymore. So that is what's coming in for you right now, Lady A. Hopefully that's helpful. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate those. All right. And then the last donation before we start into the free readings is Delcy Joy. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donation via Zcash app. Let's shuffle these up here, and you're looking on. You want to be a self-care life coach. All right. Success? Question mark. I like this for you. It feels fulfilling. It feels warm. Like my heart just feels warm and bright. So I like this energy for you. Let's see what the cards say here. But they're already channeling, going, yeah. So let's see what we have here. Yeah. So the bottom of the deck, you have the Strength card coming in. And here's you connecting with your higher self. And here's this, this care, this hug. That's what it felt like, is like, it just feels like there's this bright hug that you're giving people, maybe not literally, physically, but with what you're able to help them with self-care, it just makes them feel like they're being hugged. And I really like that. You got two cards, one card. I want to go to this one card. Yeah, the Magician. So you do have everything that you need within you to make this come true. You've got the power. You just have to put in the energy and the effort, and where you invest any energy, how, right? Is it gratitude? Is it joy? Is it laughter? Is it, higher vibration, or is it fear? Is it, want, miss, instead of I'm living my dream, and every step along the way is living my dream. I really love that. Yeah. So you have the Empress, creativity, but also harvest, self. She's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So talk about self-care. The Empress is like the poster child for that. And the Ace of Swords, allowing people to see things from a higher perspective, cutting away thoughts and beliefs that don't serve. So I feel like it really is so much about helping people overcome some old mindsets is a big part of what you do. And but I love this creativity. I love this Empress showing harvest and self-care on the same here as well. Yeah, and with the Magician, all this fire energy, you also have the Knight of Wands, which is helping people find their power, and the Five of Wands, helping them transform their power from drama, lower vibration, to higher vibration and success. So I definitely feel here with the Empress, she's the harvest queen. She's one of the big cards that represent success. So I definitely feel like this is an all thumbs up with these cards validating it. And you don't have to fear failure. I mean, the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck is just this awareness that when we focus on our fears, we grow them and we kind of self-fulfill them. And so when we have a fear arise, which is normal, just question it. You don't have to nurse it, rehearse it, grow it, incubate it. It's like just flow through it, understand it, and then see what the fear is so that you can release that. Sorry. So bright. Don't know why it's bright. It's not so bright out. All right. Maybe I just need some sun. All right. But that's what they have for you, Dulcie Joy. 2 thumbs up. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So let us get into the free readings now. Thank you guys again for all your patience in getting to these. I'm just going to move these up. I've documented a lot of them. So we'll get through these and then we will continue down. So up first, we got Rishi Lahore. Hey, dude. So you'd like a channeled message from MM. All right. I've got these guardian angel cards. And I feel like the message isn't here for you. So let's take a look here and see. What is the message from MM? All right. Looks like you've got 2 that came through here. I love these beautiful cards. So you can see the angels. Your first one is compassion. See if I can get it to focus in. Maybe a little closer. Maybe. There it goes. Which says, dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel that you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. Perfect for you. And then peace. Excuse me, which says, calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax and do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. I like it. So there's your channeled message, Rishi. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Day Sturgis, you are up next. And you wanted to know whatever comes out. All right. So what does Spirit have for you? All right. Here you go. Boom, boom. So, wow, yeah, you've got this Hanged Man here. Let's see if I can do this. Come on, there we go. So you got the Hanged Man coming in here and the Page of Wands. So, the Hanged Man is transformation, it's change, it's pausing, it's giving yourself time to have things unfold. And the Page of Wands is about new passion, new energy coming in. And so there is this timing that you've been in this incubation, you've been in this cocoon, this chrysalis, moving and transforming from caterpillar to butterfly or to moth or whatever you prefer. But there's this transformation, this change. And this Page of Wands has, it's like it's bringing new passion, a new desire in for your life. It's like a caterpillar. Sorry, it's like this bright light. Yeah, it's like coming into the spotlight. It's like when a caterpillar's a caterpillar and it can only crawl so much each day, its destination that it imagines for itself is shorter than a butterfly. When a butterfly realizes I can migrate 1,000 miles, then its destination changes. It alters course, its passions. It can embrace its true dream. Like maybe caterpillar is like they're in Mexico City and like, I want to be in Montana of North America, which is thousands of miles. The caterpillar is like, pipe dream, can never do that. Nice to dream, but not even realistic. I'm not even going to try. But then when they're a butterfly, they're like, all right, I'm on my way. And they head off on it and they have this energy to fulfill this dream that they never thought they would be able to. So there's this transformation that's happening, that's realizing you're not who you were before, and dreams that you had before may not match up anymore to who you are now. And then dreams that you put off that were like impossible can now be possible. So it's important for you to look at that. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you today, Sturgis. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Jeep Jeep, you are up next. So you have a free reading coming in here. And thank you for your donations earlier. I appreciate that. So I want to know your financial situation for 2024. What does Spirit want you to know? That's your financial situation for 2024. All right. Yep. So you've got the Four of Pentacles, which is stable. So stable finances. We like that, right? And the Two of Cups is our emotional choice too. And I like this. It's like you have enough, it's stable, you have everything you need in each moment. That's where that stability comes in. But the Two of Cups says that it's up to you how you feel about what you have. You might, feel like you have too much, too little, not too much, right? Yeah, who am I kidding, right? Sometimes you might feel like, well, that's not enough, but really you always have everything you need, and they just want you to realize that the stability, because of finances and money, it does, so much of it depends on money in the world, right? But they do have this, um, awareness that we always have enough. We have everything we need inside of us. Everything in the outside world is just above and beyond extra. And when we can make that emotional choice and see it that way, we can be happy with so much less than our mind is telling us we have to have. Because we always have enough in this moment. The more we have, the more we feel we have to protect too. And it's like, yeah, what am I afraid of? What's my fear? And that's the difference between our feelings of lower vibration and higher vibration, right? But it feels very stable. And it's funny, you got 2024, just in case that you think it's not 2024, you got 24. All right. So that's what they have for you, sir. So thank you very much. Many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue looking here. I feel like there was something that they wanted me to do, but it left my brain. So let's take a look and see what else we've got going on here. So Lynx Lee, you're up next. And you wanted a general reading. So let's see, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So you've got the Moon coming in here. And you got the Eight of Pentacles, which is movement in the outside world. It's putting in like the work to move from the apprentice to the master, from the student to the teacher. And the moon does talk about here the importance of moon energy. And I feel like it's more telling you cycles and trusting it. And they're just popped into my head. There's one of my tarot decks has someone sitting with the moon cycles above the Eight of Pentacles. So they really are just like the moon cycles, the moon cycles, the moon cycles. There's a time for planting, which is coming up here in a couple hours for our Cancer new moon today. So be sure to check out the pick a card for the Cancer new moon that's available on my main page, and use the new moon wishes for the wishes that you have. We talk about it in the pick a card about how to make the most of the wishes, the timing and the subject matter and how, and that can help you with this. But you've been putting in the work. There are, things that you can do. It's like use the moon energy for your benefit. It's there for our taking, but we don't. If we're not taking it or learning how to take it, then we're missing out on a lot of opportunities that we can in having that. So I feel like this is very important for you to watch the moon signs and the moon cycles as well. The moon changes every 2 to 3 days. And so being aware of that can also help us be aware of what's going on within us emotionally. I know I'm a water moon. I've got a stellium in Pisces, other water in my chart. I've got a grand trine with a mini trine that makes up a kite in water. So I know I feel the effects of the moon and growing up feeling that way, where I almost felt schizophrenic or emotionally unstable. I'd feel up and down and this way and that way. And then because you go from fire to earth to air to water to fire to earth to air to water. It's like all these different emotions every couple days. You're like, what's happening? When you realize it and you understand the impacts of the moons, then you're like, you can embrace it and use the energy. And I feel like that's their message for you. All right. So that's what they have for you. Linksley, many blessings to you. And then Spiritual Girl, Twin Flame Coach, July for you. Absolutely. And make sure to check out the July monthly playlist I have as well. We go into a lot of detail for each individual zodiac sign. So be sure to check that out. And what else do they want you to know here? All right. The top and the bottom. Interesting. Yeah. So you have kind of this hermit energy coming in first. And the Two of Pentacles is like this balancing or this choice between things of the outside world, too. So July feels like there's this bouncing back and forth between introvert and then extrovert, where there's choices in the outside world. And then you go into the introvert and then you go back to the extrovert, choices inward. It's like you gain wisdom and knowledge and awareness by going inward and reflecting and stepping away. And then you see the choice and you make it. And then you go into the outside world and there's choices to be made again. And then you go, okay, thank you. You go inside, then you step outside. So I like this, that there's choices to be made and spirit is willing to show you information. You got to ask them for that clarification. Make it a no-brainer. Please make it a no-brainer decision. Can you bring me information? And they will. And but you do have to ask them for that. So I do feel like it is this month of decision making and a lot of choices coming in the outside world that build on each other throughout the month. So it's like, okay, do I do this? Okay, and then you take that and then go, okay, now on that you have to choose this is it. And you're like, okay, and then I had to choose this or this, and then I'm gonna choose this, that. It's just like building decisions that happen throughout the month. I don't feel like it's just one that builds upon the same thing. I feel like it's one that builds, and then there's another one that builds, and there's another one that builds, where they eventually all build and end up in the same spot. But it's the decisions that you make are the important thing for July. Right. So that's what's coming in there for you, spiritual girl twin flame coach. And many blessings to you. And then Anjou 777, anything you need to know about your love life. All right. So what do they want you to know here? All right. Okay. So you have the Eight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Eight of Wands is something coming in quickly, kind of out of nowhere. And this King of Pentacles feels like this is the love. This is who you have coming your way. It's an earth sign, someone who's very grounded, very solid in their self-worth, their outside world. And um, so I like this grounded, it almost feels Taurian, Venus energy, someone who's very grounded. And it's like they're not desperate for love, and they weren't looking for it. It's like you guys just meet, and this Eight of Wands is like sparks out of nowhere. You're like, boom, well, hey, how are you? Da da da, blah 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 blah. And you guys start talking, and before you know it, yeah, you have the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Cups. It just suddenly feels like a dream come true. It's like love at first sight, which I don't get that a whole lot, but it's just like click. there's most likely a lot of past life energies that come in with that because there's this draw to each other, this zap, and this energy comes from the past. And so I love that for you, but I do feel like they are an earth sign or have a lot of earth in their chart, but a very grounded individual. And I feel like that you just need to know that it feels like it's comes out of nowhere and it's sudden. It's like, whoa, who are you? It's like bumping into each other somewhere, literally like, oh, sorry, no, it's all right. No, you okay? And oh, I'm sorry I spilt your drink. Can I buy you another one? And like, sure, because it was almost a full cup of tea or coffee, right? And so they're like, can I please let me buy you? And I'm like, all right, here. And while you're waiting in line, you're like, so what are you in a rush for? And like, you won't believe the blah blah. No, really, da da da. Blah, 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 da, 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 blah, 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 blah. And they're like, you know what? I just need to slow down. And he goes, hey, do you want to chat for a minute? You're like, sure. And you sit down and you start sharing things before you know it, it's hours. And you're like, oh my God. But it's the spark and I love it. So that's the kind of love meeting I feel is how it happens for you. So that's what they have for you, Anju. So many blessings. And then Shiv Shakti, you want higher self guidance. So what does your higher self want you to know here? So you got the 10 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So you're looking for a new opportunity to open up in the outside world, whether it's love, job, whatever it may be. But this 10 of Wands is the burden that's keeping you from reaching that because you have so many things that you're investing your energy in, things that feel important, things that are urgent, and it feels like everything is important and urgent, and so you are burning your candle at 10 ends, right? And you're just like, "Oh my gosh." But what this is telling you is that your higher, self is saying, it's not all as it seems. There's 3 buckets that they're giving you with this 10 of wands. You have one that's the truly important and truly urgent, right? Those things go in that bucket. Then there's things that are urgent. I mean, not urgent, important, but not urgent. So there's things that you'll definitely do, but they don't need to be done today. You can schedule those for another time, right? And then you have the things that are screaming, I'm urgent, I'm urgent, I'm urgent. And you're like, great, but you're not important. Those things go into that bucket. If you have any energy left over, you can get to them eventually, but you've got these other buckets. This one, urgent and important, gets all your attention first. After you're done with those, then you go into the important. And then if you're done with those, then you go into the urgent and important. And this transformation that happens with all that is that it allows a new opportunity to be seen and to be drawn to because you realize you have a lot of energy left over when you're not trying to do everything, thinking everything is urgent and important. You prioritize, you understand it, and then you have things that are more in alignment with your dream and things come in that you can invest energy in, whereas before you don't even look because you're like, "Oh, I'm so tired," right? So there's this change that comes in. Right. So that's what they have for you, Shiv Shakti. Many blessings. All right. And then the doll faced diva, you are up next. A general for the weekend. All right. What does Spirit want you to know for this weekend here? All righty. All right. So you've got both the 10 of Pentacles, which is relationship and fullness of life, and the Devil card, which is the shaker and the rattler of beliefs around this 10 of Pentacles. So this weekend just feels like a weekend of disappointment. I'm just not that extreme, but it's like things not unfolding in the way that you would want them, that you think you're supposed to unfold. And I like it because there's this freedom that comes in with the shaking of the devil card there. There's this um, you know, um, awareness, this clarity that comes in about what is that? What do I truly want? And I can take a lot of pressure off. I can release a lot of expectations around things when I question them and get to the fears of what are below them. And that allows that this more accurate feeling of, coming into life. So I just gonna crack my back. Oh, it helps with flexibility. It's releasing that tension. I've been taking on a lot of physical attributes during readings lately. Maybe that's my new gift. Yay! but it's like there's this, stiffness that it's like, clarity, crack, crack, open, open, release. And then there's this flow, there's this enjoyment, there's this peace around things. So I feel like there's this, going with the flow, allow flexibility this weekend. Um, have intention, but not musts and have tos and supposed tos. Just like, well, we can try to go do that and we'll see what unfolds. Not attaching to an outcome or attaching to an expectation. I like this energy because it allows you to feel this freedom of what it just feels like to go with the flow. We can start with personal life, right? Because that's easier to do. But when we go to work, we're like, oh, expectation, expectation. But freedom can come that way too. So it's going to start with your personal life this weekend. And I feel like it will build from there. So I like it. And that's what they have for you. Some many blessings. And then Nelia Maderos, hello, hello. So you're free reading anything coming towards you. Look out. Shh. Dive. Shh. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know that's heading towards you? Hopefully it's not monkey poo, right? Well, I like it. You got a lot of flow energy happening here. You've got the Six of Wands, which is a victory and equal passion kind of energy, and the Chariot, which is both of these are victory cards coming in. So there is a success, there is a victory, something that you feel very satisfied with, and but there is a lot of movement and flow. And so whatever's been feeling stagnant, I feel is suddenly beginning to ignite, have fruit that comes from it. And the Chariot card is about, the speed and the extent to which it comes in, and the reward and the victory it is, has to do with your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, your choices that come in with all that. Because that power of choice card is I get to choose the story I put to anything. Things in the outside world just are and just happen until they get in here, and then we assign a story about what that means. And we choose an emotion, and then we choose the energy, we choose our physical action, we choose the background music for this movie that's playing in our head. But we can change it when we're ready for something new and something different to come in with that. So I like that because that's empowering. And I feel like that's what they want you to know right now, is that there is this fruit of your labor coming towards you, but it's so much about your choosing of, if you choose gratitude, then it gets bigger. If you choose like disappointment, going, oh, it should have been this, and oh, then we get more and more lack, right? And like this power of choice is such an important piece of this victory in this movement, because it all depends upon those choices about what comes in for you. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Happy Pill, you want to know what for the July month. So be sure to check out the July monthlies. The playlist is on my main page, both on my website at breadazen.com at the bottom. Also, if you just click on my Breadazen Mystic Tarot on YouTube, it'll be one of the playlists at the very top as well. They go into great detail, so you can get a lot more information there. But specifically, the two cards Spirit wants to give you for July. Yeah, you have the Hermit card, which is allowing yourself your independence and your aloneness and connecting to Spirit, with the Ten of Pentacles, which also is about relationship. And so you can have both, um, you know, because you'll learn to have your alone time with your loved one, but you also can have your own space. And it's important for that. I just feel like July is this, spending some of it with yourself and by yourself, but there's also this fullness of life that comes in, and this partnership, this it's like you're meeting someone that this month, but it doesn't go from 0 to 100. It's like take your time, allow yourself to keep your space, not give up everything out of fear of losing someone. If you can't move into it slowly and build it slowly, then it will crumble, because things that are made quickly crumble quickly. Things that are slowly and methodically made stand the test of time, like the pyramids. And we've got this um energy that comes in with um, taking your time, because if you rush into something, then all these red flags follow you and you have to deal with them all at once. When we take our time and methodically go into a relationship, then as a red flag comes up, which is like oh, you believe something differently than me, instead of having 15 of them or 50 of them to deal with at the same time, we can deal with one at a time and be open-minded and not be reactionary. We can respond to it and work through it. But when you have so much, it feels like you have to rush through and do so much that's what causes relationships to explode. So I like this slow movement, taking time for you, as you meet someone and start to get to know someone. And I feel like that's one of the big things of that. Attitude towards abundance and fulfillment and fullness of life seem to be going through a little bit of transformation too. Um, but the primary has to do with love and relationship. Everything else is kind of the parsley and the dressing on the plate compared to the main course that's there. That's the side salad. This is the main course that they're focusing in on. So that's what they have for you, Happy Pill. So many blessings to you. And then Great Quartz. What does V wish to tell you? All right. So let's take a look here. What does V wish to tell you? All right. All right. Well, they got a lot of inner conflict. They got the Five of Swords, which is the battle between their head and their heart. The Seven of Swords, a lot of deception, a lot of deceiving thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. The fives and the sevens, with these swords especially, I mean, that's just like there's a lot of mental battling going on, and about the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the fears of not living up and the fears of failure and the fears of this and the controlling of this. I got to control this stuff, and I fear this will happen, and all this has happened in the past. I don't deserve this, blah, 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 blah. It's all this noise going on in their head, and they're trying to figure things out, but they're very mentally confused just about so many things happen in their life. But feels like very much a battle between the head and the heart that comes in with all this. So I feel if they could tell you, they would be something like, I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm so confused and I'm so frustrated. And it's not necessarily just about interactions with you, it's about their whole entire lives that just culminates. And if they had just one little wheel turning, but they've got like 80 wheels that are turning all over the place with that. So I feel like that's what they would want you to know, Great Chords, is I feel like I'm going crazy in my head. All right. And I know it's not politically but appropriate, but that's what they would tell you. That's so them. All right. So that's what they have for you, Great Court. So many blessings to you. And then Julia, you are up next. So you have a problem in treating PCOD, and you want to know from the angels what you can do for that. It's related. Is it related to past lives? Usually gets cured on hearing affirmations, but this time it's not. All right. Yeah, we can definitely ask. Of course, disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional. Disclaimers in the description box of the video. Of course, tarot is designed for fun. Ultimately, everyone makes their own decisions, etc., etc. So let's take a look here. I feel like since we're wanting to know from the angels, I have these guardian angel cards. Let me pull a card from here. Let's see what they want you to know here. Okay, I think this one is it. Huh. So it's interesting. I'll show you the picture of the card here. I leave this card in on purpose. This is about the author. It's an about the author card. And so Tony Carmine Salerno, she's an intuitive artist, author based in Melbourne, Australia. His paintings, often described as energy on canvas, are infused with a hypnotic spiritual energy that evokes a timeless sense of love. His philosophical, inspirational writings lovingly transport us to that eternal space of light which exists within each of our hearts. His website, tonycarminesalerno.com. But I leave this in because when we talk about the author, this is you, right? You're the author of your body, of your energy, and whatever you focus on grows and expands. And so, there's this when we're getting to the source of these, and when you're talking about like it's usually cured by affirmations. Stretch over here. I don't know if you've ever checked out this. But Louise Hayes, you sound like because I feel like she's all about the affirmations that help us and we get to the core of things that happen in our bodies and in our lives. And they may not have that exact one in here, but there definitely is this um returning to who you are um and the source of things, right? Whatever energy you focus on is what grows and expands. And I was just checking here the index to see if they had it specifically in here. But you can look at the spiritual reason. It's getting to the source, the author, right? Getting to the source and finding out what it is, the emotional, spiritual reason at the core. Um, and I feel like that's an important thing here because usually, like you said, it's affirmations, but the word usually is telling me that this is a reoccurring message from your body. And what happens is when we have something going on inside of us that is not resolved, it comes out to our body. It's like a message from our inner child. It's like a message from our inner being going, "Hey, just let you know." And then you do affirmations like, "Okay, they're going to work on this." And then we don't get to the root cause and transform it. Then whoop, it comes out again. "Hey, just let you know, it's still down here. All right, thank you. All right, I think we're going to work on it." Nope, they haven't. Let's tell them again. Boop, boop, and then the solution. It's like hitting a snooze alarm on your phone until you get to the point where your alarm goes, "Nope, no more. You can't turn me off. I'm going to alert you until you get up out of bed." It's like the final alarm. And I feel like that's what's coming in here is this message of getting to the root cause, the emotional root cause of why this is being expressed in your body. Let's take a look here and see there's what else they have here. Is it from past life? No, I don't feel like it's from a past life. We've got the 5 of Pentacles, which has to do with feeling abandoned, left out in the cold, left behind, these feelings of lack. And the 3 of Wands is about changing directions. So I don't feel like it's from a past life. I feel like it's from this life. Has to do with like something emotional 7 years old and younger that is been making its way out to be able to say, hey, we're here, right? Like Horton Hears a Who, if you ever, that little cotton ball, the civilization. We're here, we're here, we're here. They wanted to be seen. That's why it's been kept coming up. So uh, you can do like emotional reason for PCOD, or you know, something along, those lines, spiritual reason for you know, PCOD. In fact, let's just do it really quick here. Spiritual, I want to go emotional reason for PCOD. See what comes up. And usually there'll be something out there about spiritual. How about, because there's actually, it creates emotional things. Isn't that amazing? But we'll do emotional and spiritual reason for PCOD. Let me see here. I'm going to try one more time. They're really nudging me. You normally don't go this far, but they're like saying, look it up, look it up. So let's take a look here. So anything to do with like ovaries represent points of creation and creativity. An affirmation: I am balanced in my creative flow. So that's interesting. Something that you were, like when you were younger, you weren't allowed to create, or you were told, like maybe you did painting, you did something like, oh, that's stupid, that isn't good. Something that suppressed your creativity, and forced to fall in line, be in this box. It just feels like, this goes back to that, and that your inner child, one of the things that it needs to do is to create, to have things unfold. And but I feel like there's some emotions that are tied to that when you were younger. And we are mini creators. We're made in the image of the creator. We're little, the giant ocean of creator and little drops, and we need to create. It's part of our expression. And when we're out of fear, we're shut down, we become stagnant. That's when things happen. So if that resonates, I feel like still pursue what's on your heart and where you're guided to look into that. But I feel like that's what they have for you. Interesting. Right. So many blessings to you. And then Melissa Cornett, you were up. Good morning or afternoon by now. What's coming for you in the next 48 hours? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about the next 48 hours? All right. All right. So you have the Lovers card coming in here. So we can get to focus. And you've got the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. So, what's really in here, we've got this combo of the 10 of Swords is about questioning these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets. Getting to the point of, I'm just tired of trying to please people. But with the 7 of Pentacles and the Lover's card, it's all about timing. And I feel like there's some frustration, but some release too, of letting go of this need to feel this love, whether it's romantic or friends or family or whatever it may be. It's about relationships. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but there's this letting go and just going, you know what? Instead, this, because the 7 of Pentacles is the slowness of things. The last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. It's like, this is taking forever, friggin' long. Or figgin like figs, right? It's figgin long. And the 10 of Swords is like, I'm just letting it go. I'm tired of the stress and all that comes with this. It's exhausting, trying to make all of this stuff and control all this stuff, that it has to happen in a certain amount of time. And when we release all that, when we just let it all go, then there is this amazing peace that comes, and it allows to go with the flow, knowing that whatever's meant for you never passes you by. And our frustration comes in around timing, especially as humans, because we feel it has to happen. And we want it to happen soon so that we can get what we feel comes with that, the validation, whatever comes with that. And when we realize, what if that never happens? Like, what if you never find love? If you never are successful in the way that you think you're supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be? Hey, you know how as you get older, in life, you're like, half the stuff, no, you're not half. 99.9% of the stuff we worried about never came true. And the point one that did, it didn't unfold the way we thought it was. And so all the worry didn't help it anyway. So it's like, what are we worried about? We're worried and we try to control things because we've attached our worth to outcomes. And I feel like there is this the things have been going really slow on purpose to bring you to this frustration point where you're ready to release and let go of control, let go of timing, if that makes sense. But that's the energy I feel is coming in, Melissa. So hopefully that resonates. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Ateshi Singh, you are up. DK or SP thinking about you? All right, let's take a look here and see. We've got DK and then SP. So is DK thinking about you? No, the Five of Wands, they're in a lot of drama right now. They can't focus on anything else. They've got all of this fiery energy going on around. They're in the midst of this huge dramatic things going on in their life, and so they can't, think about anything else. They're totally consumed with all this drama. So I don't see that. SP, they are they have emotions, but they also must be going through a lot too. They have the Seven of Cups, a lot of different emotions they're feeling, but they have like a new opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles, something that's going on in the outside world that is taking their attention. They got a lot of emotion going on, but you're one of those cups. You're one of the things that they have feelings around, but they got so much going on too. But at least you're on their heart, not on their mind. The other one, they're just totally whoa, like going on there. I like this though with this Ace of Pentacles too about looking at your worth and relationship to the outside world in a different way. And this is an opportunity of mirrors. So, how do you feel about yourself? Right? Are you thinking about you? Are you investing energy in you? Are you giving yourself the attention that you're wanting from others? It's like, one of the big ahas I had is when I realized the reason why several of my partners cheated on me was because I was cheating on myself with my higher self. And it was just a reflection of what I was doing, looking for my self worth and my self love in the outside world instead of myself, which is where the first part of the words are. And so I just feel like there's an important reflection and mirror that you can see in that coming through there. All right. So that's what they have for you, Ateshi. So many blessings to you. All right. And I've got to the point where I had recorded everyone. So let me just move these some more free readings over and capture the names here. That way I can just start up and keep going here. I'm just going to type down several of these. Okay. Did those. Let me bring these over here. Some more. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you guys for your patience as I do this. Just makes me able to do this with a lot less trouble. All right, let's see here. Stop. Oh my gosh, hold on. Hit a wrong button. Went to the end. Such is, and then you do it again. Such is life, I say. All right. There we go. Here, let me just do a few more. 1, 2, let's do 3 more. Yeah, we still have quite a few to go, so hang in there, everybody. All right. Good. All right. So, Angel, you are up next. I want to know, why is Mike not replying to you? Michael, why are you not replying? Let's give these a shuffle here. Let's do one more. One more. That was a sad shuffle. All right. Let's take a quick sip here, too. Sorry. When you drink from one of those little sippy cups and there's an air bubble and suddenly it just comes flooding. That's what happened. All right. So we're focusing. Angel, so why is Michael not replying to you? Michael, what's the real reason? What does Spirit want you to know about this here? Okay. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Swords balancing head and heart, and we have the Ace of Wands, which is new passion, new drive, new thing that's going on here, and it just feels like they're very distracted by something. I'm just going to pull one more card here of like, what are they distracted by? What is this passion? Person, place, or thing, right? Tell us, please. No, I mean, I just feel like there's this Leo energy coming in here about being true to themselves, wanting to be seen, um, being out, just being them. Like, I got to be me. I got to shine bright. I can't dim my light. I got to be me. I'm out doing stuff. And so they're like out, activity. I don't necessarily feel like it's a person. I feel like this is activity. They're out doing stuff, and they are not wanting to feel limited and small and trapped or caged. And so there's this energy of this fire energy that's here that I gotta get out. I gotta go do. And I feel like they're just activity. And I don't feel like it said, like it's, passion and this type of stuff, like with a person. I feel like it's more not in any kind of weird thing group, like boating or basketball games. It's just like I feel like they're going, and they're just kind of enjoying the freedom of flowing with life, and they're just not. Again, it's like this lion, this all this Leo energy is just showing me they don't want to be caged. I don't want to be caged. I don't want to be caged. And I feel like that's the kind of feeling like they have here, is that they're feeling like you're trying to control them in a way, whatever this is, whatever this has to do about. But that's what's coming in. So hopefully that makes sense to you with whatever's going on there. And it could be you're not even doing anything. It just could be all up in here that they're feeling caged and they're interpreting it. But that's what matters, is what they perceive as, this is what's trying to be done to me, and I don't want to be caged. That they're running free in the jungle. And then um, they hear the hunter. Oh, no, you can't trap me. I don't know. Whatever coming in there. But that's what's coming in, Angel. So hopefully that makes sense to you. All right. Many blessings to you. Right. And then Kritika Malhotra. What is coming in love for you? Let's take a look here. What is coming in love for you? All right. For a little while, you're going to be with yourself here. You got 2 9s, which is hermit energy. You have the 9 of Pentacles coming in first, which is all about being alone from the outside world, but being with spirit. And the 9 of Cups can mean different things. And the combination of these, the 9 of Cups is like, it's giving you the opportunity to find self-love, because that's what we are looking for first. The love that we're truly looking for is our self-love. No one can give us that. And no one can give us more love than we have for ourselves. And we can't give more love than we have for ourselves. So, we're saying earlier or sometime today, sorry, I gotta stretch my back, that one of the biggest gifts we can give the world is our self-love, because if I open this up, then I also open up the ability to receive love from others and give love to others. And so that's a win-win, win-win when we do that. When you get cards like those, it's all about spirit going, come in here and let's have you have a taste of the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. And when you do that, you're like, there it is. That's what I've been looking for. We don't stop wanting love in the outside world. Sometimes that's our fear. I don't want to find self-love because then I won't want love out there. But that's why it's a win-win, win-win, because when we are able to, look and fill up in the inside instead of the outside world falling short, we're overflowing, and then the love people give is above and beyond. So the world becomes a world where it's overflowing love instead of lacking love. And so it's it is, like I said, win-win, win-win. Right? That's what they want you to know right now, Kritika. So many blessings to you. And then soul searching vibe, you wanted a general reading. So what does spirit want you to know right now? All right. Oh my gosh, I just put that back in. Look at you. Got two nines as well. I put these back in. I mean, I put this one back in separate from the other one. But you got two nines coming out too. So this is a time of stepping back with spirit, but this for you is you're finding your energy. Normally, there's like you can see like there's all these nine all across, and there's no space. But this is you stepping into your power, finding your ace of wands, which when you take it from this wall opens up the space that you can slip through. So whatever, this is like learning about the blocks that are there that are holding you back, these things that you've been hitting your head up against over and over again that you don't feel like you've been able to get through. So this is stepping back and having this kind of solitude, connecting with spirit, asking about this. Show me what this is about, what's holding me back. And then you step into your power of energy, and you're realizing through this process that I'm the one that draws things to me. I'm the one who creates the barriers. And it's either my inner child creating it because of worth, or my energy of what I'm focusing on creating that. I have Take 10 with Zen, which I probably have mentioned before, but it's a playlist. If you go to my main page at the very top, has like the new exciting stuff. If you scroll over one, it's because it's an older playlist. It'll be up there. Take 10 with Zen. Look at episodes 4 and 5. They'll talk to about these force fields, and these are things that will help you, give you tools to realize your power so you could step through this barrier and move forward. And I feel like that's what they're wanting you to know right now. So there you go. If you can't find those, let me know. I don't have a chat, so I can't post them. But if you comment on this video and can't find it, I'll throw the links in there for you. Okay. So many blessings to you, soul searching vibe. And then Pinky, you are up. How will your future spouse be? All right. What little tidbits about your spouse do they want you to know here? All right. So they are someone here. The Seven of Wands is someone that can be, that wants to be unique, doesn't want to be told who they are, doesn't ask permission to shine. They just shine bright. They don't dim their light for anyone. And so they stand tall with all of that. Um, and so they're true to them. But the thing about that is that they also encourage other people to be who they are and don't try to change them or control them, because they don't want that to happen to them. And so they know that they don't want to do that to others. And the Knight of Pentacles is someone who's very patient, who's been on a, it's like their quest for their self-worth, I feel like they've gone quite a bit in that because that's why they feel like they can just stand tall and be themselves and not need to dim their light. This is them feeling secure in who they are. We like that. Very solid foundation. They're also, like I said, a very patient individual with the Knight of Pentacles. They're not in any rush because they're not defining themselves by outcomes. They're not defining themselves by deadlines. They're like, it's going to take what it takes. I'm enjoying who I am. So it can take as long as it wants. So, very patient individual as well. So, a couple little tidbits coming in there for you, Pinky. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then angel blessings. You want to know any blessings coming to you? Let's take a look here, see what they have. All right. Yeah, we definitely have. You've got the Page of Swords with the Lover's card. So it does feel like you're going to have communication coming in from important loved ones in your life. And that can be romantic if you're looking for that, but it's also like from the cousin or the family member that you've kind of drifted apart or they moved away and they're back in town, or a best friend that you either are forming a communication with or reconnecting with someone. But there's a lot about relationship that's coming in here, important relationships that you're getting some new communication within soon. And I don't feel like there's like this it's not just one. I feel like it's several different people coming in, and it just feels like such a blessing. Like, you know, someone who moved overseas and they're back, or were in the military and they went away and they're back in town. And I just feel like there's some reconnections that are happening with that page because it's about, higher connection, higher vibration. Um, it's not like brand new communication. This is like returning communication with a lot of them. If you're romance, I feel like it would be new communication because I don't feel like you're going backwards with it. If you're single and you're looking for love, I feel like you're going to get communication from a new love, whether it's a dating site or something along those lines, or communication from a friend of, hey, I want you to meet someone, come over for dinner or something like that. I just feel like there's new communication in that kind of spectrum that's coming forward. All right. So that's what we have for you, angel blessings. So many blessings to you. And then motivation, you are up. So let's take a look here. What blessings are on its way with Smith and your love connection together? All right, let's take a look here. All right. So what blessings? All right. I like it. Wow, all right. So you've got the the Knight of Wands, which is a lot of passion, a lot of fast movement coming in here. You also have the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords. So this energetic and mental stability coming in here, which we do find this is a blessing, right? There's also the Four of Wands can be like a marriage card. Um, but this peace of mind around marriage and around commitment, I feel comes in here. And it's just there's this passion, this fast movement. And I feel like, you know, this this love connection that you have together, I just feel like things just start moving very quickly between the two of you. But you guys feel very at ease with it too. Just feels natural. Going to use an old corporate term of organic. It just feels like it's just growing the way it's supposed to, and smoothly, and it just flows, and suddenly it just boom, boom, boom. You just grow closer and closer and deeper, and committed of heart, right? Because commitment in the legal blah 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 world or whatever doesn't necessarily always have to be that way. If you ever watch the movie, He's Just Not That Into You, it's a wonderful, especially with Jennifer Aniston and Ben Affleck. It's just like their relationship is like it's just perfect until someone tells them or convinces Jennifer Aniston, if he loved you, he would ask you to marry him, and he just didn't believe in that, and so, boom, this a big explosion. It's a great movie if you haven't seen it. It's an older one, so it's probably out there in Netflix or something. But I definitely feel like that's what they want you to know, is that trust the journey, and I just feel it's gonna just feel like this flow and this closeness that takes you guys to a whole new level. So I like it. Right? So that's what they have for you, motivation. Many blessings to you. And then smooth life, you are up and you want to know guidance for you. Let's see what the spirit wants you to know with guidance here. All right, we've the Seven of Pentacles, with the Death card coming in here. There's a time, the Seven of Pentacles can mean the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. But when you combine these two together, there's another message with the Seven of Pentacles, which is you start to see fruit bearing on the tree, right? And you're like, apples? Why do I want apples? Oh, everyone wanted apples because they wanted apple juice and apple cider and apple fritters and apple pie and blah, blah, blah. But I'm just not into apples. What I want is guacamole. I wanted an avocado tree, but I did what everyone else wanted me to do. And now that I'm getting the fruit, this thought and belief that I thought, well, what I wanted, I don't want anymore. And it's okay to end that. And so that you can go and pursue your avocado orchard so you can make that guacamole instead. So this is the kind of guidance is don't be afraid to say, you know what, this isn't what I want. Or this part of it isn't what I want, or I want to change this. Don't be afraid um, to change and to do things because you've changed, situations change. And that means you can change your destination and what you're wanting to do and who you're wanting to do it with and how you're wanting it to happen. There's no permanency in this world. Obviously, we all pass away. And what are we doing wasting our lives trying to please everyone else, do what everyone else wants us to do, within reason, right? We're not going to harm anyone. That's not the loving being that we are normally. That's who we are. Sometimes the character we play can be an a-hole, right? But it's like, no, it's like I'm okay to choose something else. Usually we don't want to do it because we're fearing what will people think and how's it going to, impact people. But if we make a change in a loving way, then people can still choose to be hurt, and that's okay. As long as we're not a douche about it and we're wanting to make a change in life, we can be like, you know what? I I can't keep doing this, and if I know it's gonna hurt and I don't want it to hurt, whatever this thing is, I'm just thinking it's a relationship, but it doesn't have to be, but I'm just, you know, telling you what they're showing me. And but you deserve to have someone who wants everything you want. And I find that I need to go in a different direction. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with what I have figured out for me in my life. And, I know that whole, it's not you, it's me, but it's like, I've changed. You haven't. And therein lies the problem. No, I'm just kidding. Don't say that. But it's like, but I'm looking for different things or a different thing in my life. That's the kind of energy that comes in with, and if it's, like um, realizing that if you're not in a relationship or you're not in a situation, it's all about altering how you're approaching what you're wanting, and it's okay. The fear of what people will think is the whole, usually a core of a lot of what our fears of being more true to ourselves. So hopefully that helps. But that's what's coming in for you, Smooth Life. So hang in there. Right. Many blessings to you. And then Alice, you are up next. So you're going to know, how does Harris think and feel about you? Does he have emotions and feelings towards you? All right, let's take a look here. What is going on with Harris here? Well, it's a lot of cards. That's not going to happen. We take a sip here. All right. So let's take a look here. How does Harris think and feel about you? All right. So, they are a very slow mover with this Knight of Pentacles. So they're not fast. They've got a lot of thoughts, so they do think about you, but they've got a lot of these fears that keep them from acting on love. A lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that blind them and bind them and have them feel trapped. All these, what does love mean? What does attraction mean? Oh, no, 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 no. They've got all this stuff that holds them back with this. And um and I feel like that's what just keeps things like really, really slow. They don't move very fast at all. Got the Six of Cups, which past life emotional connections, but I don't feel like they have a whole lot of self love awareness, and they can't give a whole lot. They're kind of caught up in their mind, and these emotions are emotions from past lives that they're feeling, not current life. So I don't feel like they have the emotional love connection because I don't feel like they have a whole lot of them for themselves, right? We always talk about you can't give something to someone else that you don't have for yourself. I don't feel like they have that. So they can't give it. That's why they move really slow because the only thing they really feel comfortable moving on is their passion. And but they don't, the emotion is kind of absent, and they feel kind of trapped and fearful in their minds about stepping forward and being able to do, um, fulfilling people, right? So they got a lot of fear and not a whole lot of love. But this attraction, I feel, between the two of you has to do with past life love and past life emotion, not current life from him at least. You might be like, "Oh, I'm in love," but but they don't have that love for themselves. They can't have that love, because when we love ourselves this much, no matter how much love I want to give, drink, drink, no matter how much love someone wants to give me, drink, drink. There's not a whole lot. When I develop my self-love, that opens up the barriers and opens up the pipelines, but they're not even in that. Well, they're kind of semi in reflection in their mind with that Eight of Swords, looking at thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that might have made them feel trapped and, fearful in the past, but I just don't feel like there's a whole lot of available right now from them, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in there for you, Alice. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have etc. etc. Hello, hello. So your question is, how will your experience be at the Job Corps? All right. Let's take a look here. What the spirit wants you to know about the Job Corps. All right. Well, you have two fives. You have the Hierophant, the major arcana number five, which is all about change and your higher self inviting you to see things from the capital T truth and really see what's driving you. This Five of Pentacles is this feeling of lack, of being abandoned, left out in the cold, left behind. So I feel like at Job Corps, it's going to feel like a chore, job chore, where it challenges your thinking and about, I think I want more than this. I just feel like there's a lot of emptiness there. There's this not a whole lot of treating you as a human, treating each other as humans. Everyone feels like they're a number. And so it just feels very lacking there. And I feel like your higher self is going, this, is empty because this is a job. This is living to work, but there's something greater that your higher self wants to show you, where you feel like you're working to live, not just exist. And so I feel like you're going to be nudged to find something more, makes your heart sing, makes your heart feel full. But this Job Corps feels like a militaristic kind of job. It's like, whoa, okay. Yes, sir, right? So that's what's coming in, etc., etc. So hopefully that resonates for you, right? Many blessings. And then Madam Bird, you are up. Hello, Madam Bird. General love reading for this weekend. All right. Let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. What does Spirit wants you to know about love for this weekend? All right. Well, whenever I say that, I'm like, oh, people go, oh crap. When Bretta Zen says, well, well, you got the Hermit card, which is about spending time alone, inward and upward, and you have the Queen of Cups, which is all about deep emotion, but also connection to spirit. So it feels like this weekend might be more about an inward, upward connection and journaling and getting to know what these emotions are below the surface that can be released and transformed. It just feels like there's, and here we are with Cancer new moon energy too. So that's Mother Luna and that mother and the motion. It's very much that type of energy where it's about mothering yourself and nurturing yourself and allowing these motions to flow, getting in tune with them. So it's feel like it's mainly that. It's a self-love weekend rather than, love so much for the outside. It just feels, if you do interact with people in the outside world, it feels wanting. It feels like it falls short, you know. So that's what's coming in for you there, Madam Bird. Yeah, exciting, right? But hang in there. It always happens for us, right? All right. Many blessings to you. All right. So I got to the end of that list. Let me grab these. I think we're getting closer to the bottom here. So hang in there, everybody. We're almost done. Let me just jot down these names, and we are to the last of the list here. So up next, we'll have BJ, and then Jazz, and then Jen A, and then Patricia, and then Sean G for your free one, and HTTTPS for your free one for July. I got your last message there. All right. So here we go. So BJ, will Keon contact you again? All right. Let's take a look here. So tell us about contact with Keon. All right. We've got this definitely possibilities here. The Queen of Wands energy is like manifestation energy, but the Devil card here, this, the chains, the rattling that goes on here, you can see it here. It's it These are what keep us from having it to happen, because when I get the Devil card, it's about shaking our belief systems, things being brought up for us to face these fears, these old belief systems, small t truths, supposed to, shoulds, and need tos, have tos, musts. It brings things for us to face so that we can remove these triggers, remove this impact that is already running below the surface. It just brings it forward for us to see. This Queen of Wands shows us that I can look at these fears I have of that they won't contact me again, or whatever the fears are that are related to it, that allow me to release it, which allows my energy to focus in on gratitude and not an outcome going, all right, universe, thank you for bringing up this, you know, these fears so I could look at them and release them. And so now I release it, and I would like to hear from them, but nevertheless, thy will be done. It's like, I know you're going to bring in the perfect person in the perfect way in the perfect timing. I can trust you. I have gratitude for that. Then our energy of that will draw them to us if it's meant to be. And if not, then they will drift away and we'll draw someone else in. Sorry, it's got all bright. It's like the Spanish Inquisition. No. So, I feel like there is possibilities, but the reason that the situation is coming up so that you can look at it and be freed from it. And then when we let it go and release it, and we're just like, I'm okay with whatever happens. Then if they call, boom. And if they don't, that means someone else is being drawn in instead. So I like that. It's like casting a spell upon yourself for the perfect mate to be drawn to you. If it's them, they contact you. If not, then someone else will, right? You'll come across someone else's path. So hopefully that makes sense, BJ. That's what they have for you right now. Casting a spell upon yourself. Right. And then Jazz, you are up. You'd like to get a general reading for the month. Sure. And just if you haven't checked out the the July monthly readings, there's a playlist on my main page for each individual zodiac sign, and that goes into pretty big depth. So if you want some additional information, check there too. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know here. All right. So you've got the Four of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Four of Cups is emotional stability, and the Queen of Wands is about really connecting with Spirit. You can see the little black kitty there. They represent the connection to Spirit in addition to the Queen of Wands who connects to Spirit. And there just seems to be this energy here, emotional stability, but almost a little bit emotional stagnation, right? And it's like, I'm kind of bored with what I'm feeling emotionally, getting, from the outside world emotionally, and I'm ready for this release. I'm ready for something new. That's what's being offered to you, from the side here. It's like they're bored with all those three cups down here that they're used to getting, but that Ace of Cups is being offered from above here. And, when feels like a month of really opening up and paying attention to Spirit, right? They're going to be giving you messages. It's kind of like this personal invitation to connect with them more during this month because they want to give you more and more and more of that Ace of Cups, that unconditional love. Because as pour into that, as that pours into you and fills you up and overflows, then it changes your whole viewpoint of the world. Because when we're looking outside of ourselves, we feel disappointed and bored and stagnant and but when we get to have that juicy nectar of the gods, that eternal unconditional love, our heart feels full, it feels alive. And then we fill up with that, and then the outside world suddenly changes because we see the world as we are. So when we feel lacking in love, we see the world as lacking in love. But when we connect and we feel full of love, we see the world full of love becomes a place of overflow rather than lack. So I feel like July is a big spiritual time for you in connection with Spirit. But through that, you get to experience the love that they have for you, this existence of this love, and you just fill up, and it just changes your viewpoint of the love of the outside world too in a positive way. So I like that for you. All right, Jen. So that's your month for you. A little tidbit of it anyway. For more information, definitely check out your July monthly. And then Jen A, you want to know, will Herb contact you again? All right, let's take a look here. So will Herb contact you again? All right. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is the Hermit's card. You being alone in the physical world with Spirit, with yourself here. And the Ten of Wands is like all this burden, this energy that's been invested here. I don't feel like they will contact you again, and I feel like it's a good thing because I feel like you would be the one that would be investing all of the energy that it does feel like a burden. Like I give and I give and I give, like I give 10 wands and I get one wand back. And that's a, I feel like when that happens, it's a miracle. It's like 1,000 to 1 is the normal one. If you get 10 and get one back, you're like, wow, I feel like a winner at a casino. Usually I have to put in 1,000 coins before I get one back. But, I just feel like there's this burden that comes with the interactions with them, that you end up giving so much, getting so little back, that it's okay, there is this, you know, no, it's okay. It's time for you to look at yourself. What did I learn about this interactions with them, about how I feel about myself? What did I see in the mirror of them? When I looked at them, where did I see the lack? Where did I see the judgments? Because those are really somehow about myself. And when we continue to do what we've done, we're going to get what we've gotten. And so when you look, it's important for you to look and see what you saw, because then you can transform that stuff and you won't draw in another herb in someone else's body. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's important for you to really reflect on that. So that's what they have for you, Gen A. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then Patricia, guidance for the week. All right, boom, right off the bat here. So, all right. It feels like it's slow moving with the Knight of Pentacles coming in here. The slowest moving knight. That is movement, but it's very slow. But it's giving you time to really look at here with the Two of Wands. It just feels like next week is a week of learning about manifestation energy, because whenever you focus on something, you draw it to you. And this Two of Wands is showing, are you focusing on lower vibrational things like want and need and fearing something leaving or not leaving your life, coming into your life or not coming into your life, things that you hate? When we're focusing on those things, we grow them. And so when the Knight of Pentacles comes in, it like slows everything down to where you don't draw in things fast. So it allows you to really evaluate, what am I focusing my energy on? And then it's like training your brain to think of higher things, of gratitude, of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and those things, rather than what I'm wanting but I'm not receiving, what I'm missing and not getting, and those types of things. I just feel like it's an important time this next week just to realize, what am I focusing on in each moment? Even putting an alarm on your phone every waking hour, gratitude, or what am I focusing on? Where's my energy? Because whatever we're pointing at is what we draw in. A little kid goes into a donut shop, points at all these donuts it hates in the glass case. The baker loads up a dozen donuts that he hates. And he's like, why are you giving me this? And the baker says, well, focus on what you love, not what you hate, and I'll give you dozens of that instead. So very positive learning, but I feel like things are like slowed down like molasses in December, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, where it's really, really slow. But it's giving you time to evaluate your energy so that you don't draw on things that you don't want, right? So that's what's coming in for you, Patricia. Many blessings. And then Sean G, your free question is, when will you hear back from the person who's supposed to be helping you with your arts program? All right, so let's take a look here. When are you going to hear? All right. So you've got the Knight of Wands, which is, it's the knight who's on a quest of power, of finding the Ace of Wands. The Four of Cups is emotional stability. And, when it comes in here, it just feels like it's very much a focus on, where am I investing my energy? Where am I? So, when we get these, when we're asking about timing, it all depends on our energy. If I'm focusing on gratitude for, to Creator and to the spirit world and universe, thank you for bringing me the perfect support in the perfect timing, in the perfect way. And I trust you. So I'm giving it to you, and I'm going to be grateful for how you're bringing it to me. I can trust you. When we do that, then that's what draws things in, and spirit wants to bring that stuff to us. But if I'm focusing on what I feel is missing or that I'm wanting but don't have, then that pushes it further away. So I feel like with this Knight of Wands, it's important for us to be aware of where we're focusing our energy. and stepping into our power, going, I'm drawing to me the perfect, individual who's going to support my arts program. And I'm so grateful that I'm drawing in that perfect person. Then they're keeping away the ones that aren't for you, that won't be as much benefit to you for the ones that they are bringing to you. But it's about changing that energy. That the higher the vibration, the faster things come in. The lower the vibration, the slower things come in, and the more we push it further away too. All right, so that's what's coming in there. Sorry, this is so bright. I gotta work on my lighting. All right, but many blessings to you, Sean. Hang in there. And then lastly, but not leastly, and hopefully I didn't miss any, but if I did, my deepest apologies. I will be back on in an hour and a half for my evening session. If you'd like to join me then. And then after I'm done, I will post a video, a comment on the video, and pin it listing the order in which all these readings were completed. All right. So HTTPS. An overall energy for July. All right, let's take a look here. And I'm sure you've already checked your July monthly. If not, definitely check those out too. So let's take a look here. To this one. So your overall energy for July. Yeah, I mean, you got two major arcana coming in here. So here's the calling card with the judgment card, your higher self with the trumpet calling you to this higher place, see things from a different perspective. And you got the devil card, the shaking and the rattling of long held beliefs of this supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be. So both of these are this energy of clarity that's coming in about what is your calling more specifically, right? And the devil card is like this awareness, this identification. I was going to say a different word, but identification feels good, of these fears, these beliefs that hold us back, that complicate things, that don't need to be, but we're investing energy into it, and we're like, we really don't need to focus on that. It's like cleaning a house. This is funny. Cleaning a house on a volcanic island, a small volcanic island, that the volcano's erupting, and you're evacuating the island to get to safety, but you're cleaning the house, and they're like, "Why are you cleaning the house? It's just going to burn down anyway, because the lava is coming." And oh, no, 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 I'm gonna clean it. It's like, no, it's wasted. It's going to be gone. It's going to be burnt up. You don't need to invest energy in it. This is the clarity that comes in. It's giving you these ideas around expression that you don't have to do, because they're moot, as they say. They don't matter. And so I feel like that's an important message for you for July. So that's what they got. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Hopefully that makes sense and resonates. Little brother. So many blessings to you. All right. And that is it for now. So thank you guys again for your patience in getting to the readings. And thank you for all the thumbs up too. It does help spread the Zen love. You're part of the love tsunami, and something everyone can do for free. So I so appreciate all of you who do that. And in the meantime, before I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life that you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day or your night, wherever you may be in the world. Until I see you again, much love. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you soon.